Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back once again for another video on the channel. Today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a Wealth Simple trade tutorial and give you guys an update on the portfolio like I usually do, showing you guys how my stocks have been doing. I'll show you guys what stocks I've been buying, and I'll give you guys an update on the dividend income. So this video is going to be a little bit more beginner focused, a little bit more beginner friendly, as I'm going to show you guys how to use the app Wealth Simple Trade to basically buy some stocks and get a portfolio started. I'll also do a quick little overview of the app because a lot of it has changed over the past little while. Like when Wealth Simple Trade first started, it was just a mobile app and it was really different. But now we have like a desktop version. A lot of things have changed, so I think it's important to do a video just to kind of show people who are just getting started. I get a lot of questions from people like different things about my TFSA accounts, different accounts I have in Wealth Simple Trade and whatnot. So I'll try to answer some of those questions in today's video as well. So the main reason why I started this portfolio is because back in 2020 I wanted to start investing myself. So I opened up a Wealth Simple Trade account. I started buying my own stocks, mostly ETFs and funds and whatnot. And the whole idea was to build a dividend growth based portfolio, so one day I could eventually live off my dividends. And I've kind of been role playing living off my dividends since I first started this series. I've been doing things like saving up my money, going to the grocery store, kind of pretending to spend some of my dividend income, or buying some things around the house I wanted, or buying some things like a soccer ball, something like that, movies and stuff like that. So these are all different things that I was kind of buying with my dividend income to show you guys that if you stick with it, if you keep investing, your money can grow, and even just a little bit of money can make a big difference of your life, if you're frugal and you keep at it. So the first thing we're going to cover really quickly is I'll give you guys a quick little portfolio update so you guys can see how the portfolio has been doing, and then we'll jump inside the app and I'll give you guys a quick little rundown and give you guys a tutorial on how to use Wealth Simple Trade if you are a complete beginner. So I'm inside the Wealth Simple Trade app here on the desktop version, and I think this is probably the easiest way to use the app, and I recommend most beginners kind of get started with this, and then you can use the mobile app if you guys like, or depending on what kind of service you have. So if you have a better desktop, maybe use the desktop. If you have a better phone, maybe go with the app. It's up to you guys. But here's the actual app on the desktop version. So here's my portfolio. So what you guys need to do is you need to make an account. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Go on the website, wealthsimple.com, click on the trade thing. In fact, you can actually make an account that links all of your Wealth Simple accounts together. You just need like your name, your email address, your social insurance number, and all that kind of stuff, just to make sure they can confirm you are who you say you are. And once you create an account, which is perfectly free to do, you'll have a dashboard like this. So we're inside Wealth Simple Trade. You can click on the left side here. You can see these different options. So there's Wealth Simple Trade, there's Invest, and then there's Wealth Simple Tax. I'm currently trading crypto right now, even though I have no crypto investments. I'm just focusing on stocks. We're using the trade account here. So here's the portfolio total here. On the top, we have 95,000, 96,000 in total. That's all of our portfolios added together. Basically just a little snapshot of how much we have. And then if we go underneath here, we have the different accounts inside trade and crypto. So we have a personal account inside of a Wealth Simple Trade account, which is $6,813. You can see a quick little snapshot of the balance. You can see the number of positions, and you can see how much the portfolio has basically performed in a snapshot. So it's up $297, which equals about 4.56%. So if you want to log in and just see a quick little peek, that's something you can do. And then underneath here we have our TFSA, which is our main account, which we have 13 positions, $89,000, up $5,938, which is 7%. We did a huge transfer into this account recently, so this account really grew over the past little while. If you guys want to learn more about that, or if you guys are a regular viewer and you're just kind of confused about that, watch my last video when I talked about that. And then underneath here we have the crypto accounts. We don't have any crypto accounts, we're not going to go with that. And then we have a watch list. So you could, pick a stock, and just basically where you can just kind of see a quick little overview of how it's been performing. You can see with the crypto watch list, they've added a bunch of cryptos in there. So, if you guys want to just kind of take a peek at a stock or kind of keep an eye on it over time, you can add to your watch list. I don't have any on my watch list because I don't really care about that. But that's something you guys can do if you guys want. Going at the bottom here, we have this cool little chat function where they have a robot. You can talk to the robot and answer some of your questions. I have talked to support using this. And you can also email support. And their customer support is very good. I've had pretty good results, and they're pretty quick. They usually get back within, I would say, usually 24 hours. So I'd highly recommend, if you're ever confused about anything, or if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask your customer support. So going forward on here at the top here, we have the portfolio button where we can see the portfolio. We can go to activity, and we can also move funds. So we can transfer funds, we can withdraw funds, we can add a bank account. So the way you basically do is you'd link your bank account to Wealth Simple Trade. You click to withdraw money through Wealth Simple Trade from your bank, and it's literally just a click of a button, and that money should be in your Wealth Simple Trade account within the next 3 business days. They do have an instant transfer option, which you guys can use as well. So let's go inside the personal account here. or let's start with the TFSA, sorry, to just kind of get a more idea of how the app works once you're inside your account here. So we have $89,000 with the TFSA. With these little buttons here at the bottom, we can see how the portfolio has performed long term. And once again, when it comes to investing, you want to focus on the long term. And we can see over the past day, the portfolio is up $52, which is 0%. Over the past week, it's up $369. Over the past month, it's up $886. Over the past 3 months, we're up 3%, which is $2,395, and then 1 year total return is $5,860. And you guys can see that, like, that just kind of growing over time kind of thing. And once again, if we go all time, it's going to show us our all-time return, which is almost $6,000 in total. Keep in mind that 7% doesn't sound very impressive, mostly because we put a huge deposit in, it was about August 9th, we put in about $50,000 in this portfolio, so that kind of increased that, and that's kind of screwing up that percentage. But keep in mind, like, that $5,000, $6,000 earned was kind of before we put that big deposit in, so kind of keep that in mind there. Kind of makes it look like it hasn't performed as much as it has. And this portfolio has been since the beginning of 2020. It's about 2020. I had a little bit of money here that I screwed around with in 2019, but I didn't start really investing until about January 2020 was when I first started putting regular deposits in the account, and we can just see it grow over time. Once again, this graph looks a little bit weird because we made some pretty big deposits over time, but that's kind of naturally what just happens. If we go downwards, we have more of the portfolio, so we can see that each of the individual stocks. And this is something I really like about Wealthsimple Trade. It's very simple. It's very easy to use. It's also easy for me to show you guys my portfolio and whatnot, so I like that they did that. On the left side, we have the ticker. So we have AQN, which is Algonquin Compound Utilities. And then we have the name of the company underneath, so very simple to see. And the ticker is basically what you guys would type in if you guys want to look up the stock on a stock exchange, or if you want to buy it, or you want to Google it kind of thing. That's kind of like just a short form of the stock. Here we have today's price. We have the dollar amount in Canadian. We have the total value and your number of shares. And then we have the all-time return, showing you guys in a quick little snapshot how much the stock has performed. So all-time for us, the average, if you average it out, AQN is negative 4.22%. You know, ATD is 6.77. Fortis is 10, and etc., etc. And we can scroll down here. You guys can just see the different stocks I have inside my portfolio. So as you guys probably know, I mostly buy ETFs, and that's my main focus. I buy VDY and VFE, two different main ETFs. One US based and one Canadian based. And if you guys watched my previous video, I had a bunch of money that I was going to deposit, and I put most of it into the ETFs. And then I sprinkled some of that cash into some individual stocks. But as you guys can see here, I mostly invest into ETFs, which is the broader market. Then I have about 10 to 15% of my portfolio that I just kind of screw around with, and I buy some individual stocks of companies that I like and whatnot. And I just kind of have fun with it. So that's kind of what I'm doing on this channel. So I hope you guys kind of just understand that. And I think that's a great way to get started if you guys are kind of just getting started once again. So on the right side, we have our watch list once again, and then we have this little thing right here where it says available to trade, which is how much money we have in our account. We can simply add funds. We just click the add funds button, and it goes through the process of adding funds. And like I said, we do have this instant deposit feature where you can put $200 instantly. And I'm not too sure how it works for new people. Like, I think you have to fund your account already or have X amount of money inside your account. I'm not too sure. But they do have an instant deposit feature, lets you deposit $200, I think, per week. And you can upgrade if you want it, but I don't have the upgraded version of Wealthsimple Trade because I don't think I really need it. So that's basically how that works. And we can click on an individual stock here and get more information about it. So if I clicked on AQN, we can see the full name of Algonquin Compound Utilities. We can see the performance. We can check over the past week. The stock is down 1.65%. They got this nice cool little graph. We could say, like, you know, let's say if we're interested about checking how Algonquin Compound Utilities performed over the past year, we can see that it's up 9.28%, and then they have the 5-year option here. Once again, you can always just go into Google and type this in if you guys want, but this is a cool little feature if you just want to use the Wealthsimple Trade app. But be sure, if you, when you're doing your research, to, you know, check long term and go like 10 years or as long as possible if you guys can. It'll get you a better idea. Here we have the buy and sell option, really simple to do. You can buy the stock, you can pick the account you want to buy it with in the different values. You can do different order types, so they have a market buy, a limit buy, and a stop limit buy. Market buy means you're buying the price that the market currently says the stock is, and limit buy means you're setting the price. So you set what price you buy it, and you'll only buy it if the stock goes to that price, kind of thing. So that's a nice little difference there. And then on the bottom, we can see the holdings for this stock here in our TFSA. We can see the holdings in our personal account. And then some other information like the dividend yield and different trading, you know, the PE ratio to see the price to earnings ratio, market cap, and other things like that if you guys want to look at that. So that's a quick little rundown on how the app works. As you guys can see, it's very sleek, it's very simple, it's very, the interface is really nice, and I'm a big fan of it. And the one thing I really do like about Wealthsimple Trade that I think really separates it from other online brokerages in Canada is that it's really simple to use, and the interfaces are really quick. They're really fast. Whenever I use the desktop version of the app, it's really quick. There's not a lot of delays. There's not a lot of lagginess. It doesn't freeze up, and it looks really nice. Like, everything is laid out pretty good. I've seen some other platforms that are really outdated and they're just slow and whatnot. So I really like the desktop app. When WealthSimple Trade first originally launched the mobile app, I wasn't 100% convinced that I was going to use this forever, but once the desktop app came out, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to use WealthSimple Trade. And with free stock commissions, you can't really go wrong. So I'm a big fan of the platform and I highly recommend it. So now at this point in the video, I'm going to show you guys how to buy your very first stock. This, once again, is a pretty simple process. So let's get on to it. Let's jump back inside WealthSimple Trade app and let's see how to do this. Alright, so now we're going to talk about buying stocks, and this is once again a really simple thing to do. So if you're ever curious on how to buy stocks, we can do a quick little walkthrough here. So let's say, for example, you wanted to buy a Walmart stock. So let's say you're like, you already know, like, I want to buy a Walmart stock, or I want to look at it. What you guys can do is you go to Walmart stock, Walmart, not Walmart, type it into Google, and what this will do is it'll give you the ticker. So you can see Walmart Incorporated, and the ticker is WMT. So this is the ticker right here that you guys want on the NYSE. That's the ticker if you're going to be buying Walmart stock. And you guys can also go into WealthSimple Trading. You can type in WMT. So we can go WMT, and Walmart will pop up here, and we can click on that and we can buy that. Or you can also most likely type in Walmart and it should pop up. But once again, make sure you use the ticker. As you guys can see here, it didn't pop up for Walmart. So if you're ever confused and something doesn't type up, you type in, it doesn't pop up, go on Google or wherever, type in the stock, find the ticker for it. Once again, it's going to be somewhere on this page. Usually right here it'll be like WMT or something like that, or if you're looking up TELUS, it'll be T or something like that. So that's something you guys can do. And just type in the ticker here, and then you go WMT, and you can click on it here. Just double check to make sure everything's correctly, and you can once again see some more information about the stock if you want, and then you go market buy or limit buy, whatever you guys want to do. Select the count you want and go how many shares you want. It shows you the price, the estimated cost, and then you just click buy, and it's as simple as that. And that's one of the reasons why I like WealthSimple Trade. It's super easy to use, and that's essentially within just a couple minutes you can buy your very first stock with WealthSimple Trade. Before we end the video, I just want to do a quick little update on the dividend income so you guys can see. Once again, we've been building this portfolio completely with WealthSimple Trade. You guys can see we started the portfolio in January of 2020. That was our very first month. And I've just been tracking the dividends that we earn inside the portfolio just for fun. It allows me to see how the portfolio is growing in terms of the income potential, because that is something I do want to do eventually. And going in the future, I might buy some more high yield funds. I might buy some different things. I might kind of change the portfolio around. But this is kind of the focus, is I'm focusing on stock growth, and we've seen that stock growth, but it's kind of up and down and unpredictable. But one thing we can 100% predict is the fact that the dividend income will generally increase over time. So I just like to do that. It's fun. I'm having a lot of fun kind of seeing the dividend growth. As you guys can see, it's been steadily growing over time here. Every single month, the dividends just increasing, and I'm reinvesting them, and they're growing back in, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And as you guys can see, the past couple months have been really big for us. Reaching new heights. July was our biggest month ever, which was last month, which is $111, and we're already at $75 for August. So, and this was before our big transfer. So going into the next couple months, we should see some big increases. And if we take a peek at this cool little graph I made, you guys can see how this is the numbers at the bottom here are the month, and this is the dollar amount for each month. So every single month, you guys can see that the price of the dividends that are getting deposited in our account are slowly growing over time. Like, some months are more than others, but you generally see this line trending upwards as it slowly grows over time. And just to give you guys a quick little update on the total dividends earned, we have a monthly. I like to always put the monthly income of the last month just to have an idea. I might eventually average this out at some point, but we'll wait and see. And then we have the total dividends here, which is $846. So it's $846 that I earned from WealthSimple Trade in cash, because remember, dividends are actually payments. You're actually getting cash deposited in my account, and then I just take the money and I reinvest it into other stocks. And then I have this cool little dividend sheet where I track everything I'm buying with my dividends. So this is a fun little experiment I've been doing, where I'm trying to live off my dividends to some degree. And it's just simple little things that I've been buying, like movies and other things like that. So it's been super fun, and I've been kind of giving you guys updates on that here and there just to show you guys how I'm doing that. So that's basically the dividend income and whatnot, and how I've been tracking that on my WealthSimple Trade account. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments section. If you guys enjoyed this video, please sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to follow alongside with me, and you guys want to be notified when I post these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and I really do appreciate it. So anyways guys, take care, have yourself a good day. I'll see you guys later, and bye bye.